And I think we are good to go. Hello everybody, how's it going? My name is Testament Asmus, and you are watching RAGELogin. And I welcome you to a brand new Twitch and, if I remember, YouTube series. This is JPDE, or Jade as I'm calling it, and you'll see why in game later. This is a fan game from the Ruby universe in visual novel style. So yeah, as the game helpfully points out in the upper left corner, this game is not endorsed by Rooster Teeth in any way, shape, or form. Views, opinions, thoughts are all of the creators, and consequently, my views, opinions, and thoughts are also of my own and not reflective of either the game, the game's team, or the rest of RAGELogin team as well. Rooster Teeth, Ruby, and everything else are registered trademarks and copyright Rooster Teeth Productions LLC. Let's get all that shit out the way. So, my cursor is viewable. That's fine. I don't care. Does anybody care? I don't care. How's everybody doing? So, my plan is to stream this for about an hour, maybe two, on Twitch. And I plan on doing this weekly, although times are variable. So, this is an early access, technically not early access because it's not on Steam or anything, but let's be fair. It's an early access build of a game that's still in active development. Probably going to take another year and a half for the game to be complete functionally. But, you know, enough about all of that. Spoilers for Ruby. This show up until Volume 3, I believe, give or take. So if you haven't seen that by then, well, if you haven't seen Ruby, and you're watching this, you've got some homework. Let's just say. We have a picture here showing off the four main characters. If you've seen Ruby, one of them is familiar. Anyway, odds are, if you're watching this, then you're already familiar with Ruby and this particular fan project. And if not, well, you're in for a treat. And that treat is not me having to read out all the female voices as a bona fide male. That's going to be hilarious for one reason or another. Without further ado, let us go. Non-profit fan project, Ruby's creation of owned by Rooster Teeth. Please support the official release. Yes, do that. Oh, I don't like OBS and the game are playing. Oh, they're not playing nicely together. But am I jumping any frames? No, I'm not. Okay. Prologue the first. The Skyman. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, mister. You have a nice dog. Thanks. You know what? That's a little bit too slow for my liking. You're gonna see me adjust that a few times. Sorry. Good morning. God's girl, how can you still be so energetic at this time of the day? I had a large breakfast. Hi everyone. My name is Penny, and today is another great day. I mean, have you looked at the sky? A slight breeze, an acceptable amount of cloud cover, and not a singular grim in sight. Which is good, because I assure you they have a very high chance to ruin your day just by being in your immediate vicinity. For me, though, it's an even better day than for most. I mean, not that I've collected data on how the days are going for every single inhabitant of Vale City. That'd take a long time. Terribly inefficient. Even so, I feel confident in my inductive reasoning that I'm having a better day than most, because I recently made new friends. Sorry. They're all girls over at Beacon Academy. We can't really see each other because, well, I was told not to. And only one really said she was my friend, but the other girls were her friends, so maybe the transitive property applies? Still, I made at least one friend. Life's better when you have lots of friends. So, since I have 4 new friends, or 25% of that, It's safe to speculate that I'm having an even better day than most. Can't wait to see how my day will continue with such a great start. Holy dust, what is that? Oh, I didn't notice, but while I was computing about my day, the bustle of the city street has died. Everyone's fallen mostly silent, barring a few murmurs, and they're all staring at or pointing at the sky. Probably not a Grim, because the person shouted out a question. Grim are very recognizable, so this must be something new but equally terrifying. Let's see. Ooh, a meteor! Never seen one this close before. Well, I've never seen a meteor, period, but most people never see them this closely. And it's getting closer, isn't it? Uh-oh. It's not getting any smaller now that it's past the upper atmospheric layers, and considering its speed and trajectory... I hope the market is not too crowded at this time of day. And everybody died. I'm joking, of course. Be a very short game if that was the case. Damn, it's hot. I clearly remember leaving the window open last night to let the summer breeze in, but now it feels like I fell asleep in the desert. Whatever wind came in to cool down my bedroom is currently gone. It's I'm replaced by a low fizzle, like hot metal placed in water. My bed has also become hard and quite uncomfortable. The image of someone replacing the memory foam with slabs of stone comes to my hazed mind. Did I drink yesterday? No, I don't think so. I'm wet. My clothes are soaked with sweat as I toss and turn. I plant my hands against the ground. Wait, why am I sleeping on the ground? I push myself up with a heavy groan and raise my head, my eyes fluttering open against the strong light of the sun. What? This? This isn't my bedroom. No, worse, this isn't any kind of room at all. The sleep seems to clear almost instantly as I realize that I am below street level, kneeling in some kind of crater on my soaked sleepwear. As I look at my surroundings, I see a lot of broken glass and other debris littering the streets, and there appears to be no one in my immediate vicinity. Destruction and confusion seem to be spread in a fan radius from where I stand. Although I can't be completely sure because of the girl covering part of my... Wait a minute. There she is. She's directly in front of me and above me, kneeling at the rim of the crater I'm sat in the middle of. She's looking down at me with big green eyes, carrot hair, and a sea of freckles that frame a pretty smile. She's petite, but not excessively so, and wears clothes which richly complement her natural colors, like they were made just for her. In a few words, she's really pretty. Hi there? Salutations, Skyman! Are you a bad guy? No? Ah, good. There's a high probability you were some kind of attacker, but I'm glad that wasn't the case, Skyman. Okay, but why are you calling me Skyman? For two reasons. First, I don't know your name. My name? Affirmative. What's your name, Skyman? My name is... I should leave this blank. But who the hell does that? Testament. My name is Testament Decabegus. Nice to meet you, Testament. I'm Penny. Nice to meet you too, Penny. Did you by any chance see who put me in here? Does that mean someone threw you? Excuse me? I didn't see everything, but between my observation of the meteor and finding the point of impact, there was a time lapse of only 37 seconds. It would have been very hard for someone to transport you here without being seen. My guess is you were inside the meteor when it landed? Meteor? Wait a minute. Is she saying... I look below my feet, and just like before, there's a crater. The heat. A meteoroid. Skyman?! That's impossible! I scramble to get out of the crater, climbing over its short incline and ending up on my hands and knees. I breathed deeply, suddenly at a loss for breath. Where am I? You're in Vale City, capital city of Vale, specifically in an alley in the Market District area. It doesn't look like much right now because, the lion kind of vacated it. Vale? Vale City? That doesn't sound like the name of any country or city I've ever heard of. I've never heard of Vale. That's peculiar, since it's a very important place. Maybe you've heard of the other countries? Beyond Vale, there's the nation of Akio to the west, Alice to the north, and Mistral to the east. That's all of Remnant. My sweating had calmed down when I had gotten out of the hot crater. Now it's coming back with a vengeance. I feel dizzy. I bring a hand to my forehead. My eyes fall onto the floor. I don't know any of those names. And you say I dropped from the sky? Is this some kind of prank? I feel the acrid taste of bowers in my esophagus. Unless someone in Alice shot out of a cannon, I don't know what kind of prank could be pulled. And your trajectory was too far off for that. The meteoroid. Is this a hallucination or a bad dream? No, it feels too desperate, and what kind of distorted brain would play like this with itself anyway? You seem distressed. I am distressed. I understand, but we shouldn't linger around here for too long. The officers might be nice, but sometimes they don't understand. Officers? Police! There's police here? That's great. Maybe they can help. And that's if they're willing to listen to you. Considering that you damaged a major metropolitan area with your landing, the odds of that happening are not in your favor, as they say. She points at the chaos around us. She's got a point. After all, Penny herself was almost certain that I'd be some kind of attacker or enemy. I guess the nation's under some kind of threat. What happens if they don't want to listen? They take you away. That's bad. To the funny house, where life is beautiful all the time! Crap. What am I supposed to do then? Well, Marching footsteps. Double crap! Oh no. What are we... Sorry, Skyman. Continuing the conversation would be terribly inconvenient. Hey, what? What?! The petite, cute, gentle girl who's been nothing but helpful and tried to reassure me about my situation and keep me out of trouble, just lifted me up over her head like I was a sheet of paper. Sorry for the sudden invasion of personal space. That's not the... Ah! On a related note, I fucking love this game. This is a safe distance. God, this game doesn't like OBS. Ugh. I lean against the nearby wall, one hand on my mouth and the other on the plaster. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to account for possible motion sickness. It's fine. Upset stomach or not, she got me away from the... whatever those were. Policemen don't march, and come to think of it, those footsteps sounded particularly heavy. I sigh, stand, and breathe deeply with my abdomen. In my nose, out of my mouth. Rinse and repeat. After a few repetitions, I managed to focus and calm my stomach down. Oh, your complexion looks much better now. Thanks. Achoo! I think you need a change of clothes. Considering what I'm wearing, I need clothes, period. Sounds like a good idea, but I have no money on me. Oh, I can cover that for you. Is she serious? You don't have to go through all this trouble for me. It's no trouble at all. Your size is pretty common in Ville, so it should only be a few minutes. To be safe, though, it's better if you wait for me inside that dumpster. Dumpster. Right. What I meant is, why are you helping me? You don't want me to? I kind of want you to, but why are you going to such lengths to help a complete stranger? Oh, right. Father did tell me people aren't used to that concept of altruism anymore. But he also taught me that I should help people who need a hand. So don't worry too much and let me help you, alright, Testament? Alright. Sensational! Now, don't move from the dumpster and wait for me to come back. She's a very nice girl. Must be the luckiest and most unfortunate man in the world at the same time right now. Well, no. Don't want her to go to all that trouble for nothing, do we? Those sound effects. They fit perfectly. I'm glad. All the clothes Penny bought me, shoes included, feel like gloves. She's correctly guessed all of my sizes. You have a great eye for clothes, huh? Ah, that's why those look good on you. You made them yourself. Make clothes? Yeah. Like a tailor? Unless you're bionic eye? I let her hurry to laugh at that. Of course I can make clothes. That's how I got your size right. No bionics or robotics of any kind in the immediate vicinities. Huh. You okay, Pen? I feel my face go flame and drop my head down in shame. I don't know exactly what time it is, but for my body it's certainly breakfast time. Oh, right. I guess I should have brought you some food, too. Penny, you're too nice. You know I can't repay you. Oh, no, it's not! Crap, there's my voice at her. I feel terrible. Sorry, I'm not angry at you, but at myself. You're angry at yourself? But you did nothing wrong. I feel like I'm taking advantage of your kindness, knowing that I won't be able to repay you anytime soon. I don't really care about money, though. It's okay if you don't repay me. Then, is there another way I can repay you? Another way? Yes. If you don't want the money back, then let me do something for you. A favor. Whatever you want. Well... Huh. He's gotten shy all of a sudden. There is something, but I don't want to impose. That should be my line, Penny. Come on, split it out. What is it that you want? I know what that says, but it's just... I'm not gonna try speaking that quietly. Hell no. Sorry. Huh? Could you repeat it? I couldn't quite catch that. Wow, she looks like she's really forcing herself. What's so embarrassing about this favor she has to ask of me? Could you be my friend? What? That's it? It's okay if you don't want to. Penny, I'd love to be your friend. Really? Of course. But I was just wondering why you'd... Oh my god, she's heavy! How? Why? Oh, I'm so happy. I made a new friend. Penny, not to be rude, but I need air. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, how could someone so petite weigh so much? I got carried away. I noticed. Is it really such a big deal for you? Well, you see, I don't have a lot of friends. And those I have, I can't see very often. Well, isn't that just so crushing? If such a nice girl can make friends, what chances does the rest of the world have? Well, don't worry, Penny. I promise to try and be the best friend you'll ever have. Really? Really? Well, you're a little lifesaver, Penny. It's not really a favor. I actually want you as a friend. She's smiling so profusely for something so simple. Something most people take for granted. I found myself smiling back as well. Well, wanna get breakfast together, friend? I'm not really hungry, but sure. It's a big city. Where should we go? I heard about this shop in Main Street that's supposed to be very good. Let's go there then. I see you like it. Oh, definitely. Don't know the name of this pastry, but it goes wonderful with warm milk. You sure you don't want a bite? Positive, and I'm glad you're feeling better now. Hard not to feel better. I've known Penny for only a little more than an hour now, but her smile is absolutely infectious. I swear, I doubt there's anyone who could avoid having Penny grow on her. Which makes the fact that she doesn't have many friends even weirder to me. Well, I still have no idea where I am or how I ended up here, but hey, at least the first person to find me was a pretty girl. Wow, look at her eyes. I didn't think it was too far, but I thought I was the first person to locate you. Oh my god, that went completely over her head, didn't it? Penny? I was referring to you. You think I'm pretty? She cannot be serious, can she? Penny, that's just a thought and more of an empirical fact. No, I mean, I know that going by common aesthetical standards, I may be considered attractive. It's just... no one has ever said that to me. You cannot be serious. She gently shakes her head and lowers her gaze. Her cheeks acquiring a healthy flush as she suddenly finds her fingers very interesting. Well, you are. Thanks. You're pretty too? Now it's my turn to flush. Thanks. Now it's gotten awkward. We're awkward. We've made this awkward. Wish there was something kind of distraction. Well, that works, but now I can't finish my milk. Gah! Testament! I look down at myself as my body is pulled through the air. Some kind of purple tentacle is wrapped around my torso, but it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't belong to anything living. The construct twists and flips me around as I grit my teeth, my stomach upset by the quick motion. And what do we have here? Who is this woman? Why is she attacking me? Also, most importantly, what the hell is she attacking me with? The light construct is coming out of her riding crop? You gave me a lot of trouble, young man. What kind of trick were you using to mask your aura? My what? No matter. We'll have plenty of time to uncover that. Now, let's make it easier to transport. She extends her other hand towards me. I cringe and close my eyes. What? Please stop! Penny? I open my eyes. Penny's grabbing the bispeckled woman's wrist. Please let him go. He's done nothing wrong. And hand me this instant, young lady. I'm terribly sorry, but I cannot do that. Because? Because you're going to knock Testament unconscious and take him to an unknown location. That's my intention, yes. The woman is frowning pretty intensely. She suddenly snatches her hand away from Penny's grip, and Redhead immediately steps in between me and my attacker. And I guess if you're so eager to share the blame, you can share in that fate as well. Oh god, this woman is dangerous. I can feel it just by looking at her. And Penny wants to face her for me? Penny, no! Run! Don't worry, Testament. What? What is this? Why is Penny suddenly giving off a similar feeling? I'm combat ready. Are you now? What? A phone? Of all the times. The woman brings down her free hand to one of her pockets, producing some kind of smartphone. Osmond, I'm in the middle of something. You're in the middle of starting an international incident. Excuse me? The young lady who is so bravely confronting you is a special protege of the General. Salutations. Nice, Penny. Work that angle. She's still interfering. I noticed, Glenda. But does the young man look or feel like a threat at all? Her stare bores into me, evaluating me like something she picked off the sidewalk. Well, it's kind of true, isn't it? It does seem rather inoffensive. Totally and utterly defenseless, ma'am. But I can't just let him go if he's involved with the meteor crash in the market. Of course not. What you can do, though, is bring both of them to me. Which I was going to do? By asking them to come along, Glenda. I may understand your irritation at having to repave the streets, but I don't think these children deserve an iron fist because of that. Yeah, taking your frustrations out on others is bad form, lady. We'll be right there. Oh, Why do I keep falling today? What's your name, child? I believe you're called Penny, young lady? Yes, ma'am. He's Testament. A pleasure to meet you, ma'am. Now that I'm no longer restrained, anyway. She's a very beautiful woman, but her stern behavior kind of puts a damper on that. My name is Glinda Goodwitch. I'm a staff member at Beacon Academy, and... Beacon Academy? Then maybe you know Ruby? Of course someone willing to stand up to a full-fledged huntress would be an acquaintance of that girl. Please follow me to my transport. The headmaster wishes to talk to both of you. You're not going to detain Testament anymore, then? That depends on him and his actions, of course. But I guess we should give him the opportunity to explain himself. Much appreciated, Miss Goodwitch. Thanks. Despite the rocky introduction, this is actually shaping out to be a good thing. Whoever these people are, they sound important. And Penny sounds important too. Well, she's nice, strong-armed, bit awkward, cute, and has got enough courage to go against a huntress? Is that what she called herself? Best friend one could ask for, really. Thanks, Penny. Have you ever been to the school, Penny? No, I haven't been to Beacon Academy yet. I was supposed to visit it for the first time in about 6 months. But it's the most famous combat academy in all of Remnant, training the best huntsmen and huntresses of the world. Sounds important. What exactly do they hunt? The Grim. They are... I suggest you take your seats and step in, children. We're descending. She pointed out the window to her right. Curious, I slowly waddle over to a seat on the right of the flying vehicle we're riding in. And then I see it. Oh wow, that's a big complex. Ooh, I think I can see Ruby from up here. No, it was just a large bird. The school is currently on break before the start of next semester. The majority of students are not on campus right now. Which also means it'll be much easier to get you to the headmaster unnoticed. So of course that's where her thinking goes, isn't it? The headmaster's office is located at the top of the beacon tower. Let's hurry. Oh yes, I'm also going to point out when I find them little grammatical errors and such so that the creator, Minos Keen, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, can go back and correct them at his convenience. His main focus right now is taking care of any major bugs and putting new features in the game. But, so for now, this "the" in front of Beacon Tower can be dropped, and it'll still be grammatically correct. Just for the record, it's a little bit awkward for us English-speaking folk. And of course, that's the only place we can go, so let's go there. I'm back, Headmaster. So I see. Welcome to Beacon Academy, children. I'm Ospen, the Headmaster. So this is the Headmaster of Beacon Academy. He's very attractive. Wow. Those are some fine aging genes in action there. No, seriously. He's got a head full of gray hair, but he's got a head full of gray hair. And where the hell are his wrinkles? Looks like a girl's older man fantasy. Or straight up one of those boy love stories. But in that case, he'd need a... And this is General Ironwood. I believe Penny's already acquainted with him. Strong, muscular, buff counterpart. Good morning, sir. It seems one can't take his eyes off you for more than 5 minutes without you taking in some stray, Penny. Yikes. Stereotypical army general. Even if his expression is gentler. Penny was the first one on the scene, General. She also witnessed the events immediately prior to the crash and was in town the whole morning. Frankly, I don't think we could have asked for a better witness, and she'll protect Mr. Cabejis from my lapse in judgment. What she said. I think it's a good thing Penny's the one who found me instead of anyone else, really. And she's been great to me so far. You must understand me. Penny's character was never in question. I just find it curious how she can't seem to help but form relationships with peculiar characters. And there's the attention of the room on me. I had half a mind of saying, hey, I'm not peculiar, but I am the guy born of a meteor or something. So, Penny, can you tell us how your morning went? From start to finish, with anything that comes to mind. Any detail, no matter how small, it could be important. Huh? What's he smiling about all of a sudden? Every detail? If you please. Well, the sky was pretty clear. Alright. And what? The environmental temperature was 24 degrees Celsius in the shade and 28 in the sun, but the light breeze. Okay, I'm not gonna. No, there's no way I can. I cannot fucking keep up with that. What? I see. Then. I cannot follow that. I'm sorry. Damn it, Penny. And that's when you're at this location. I see. Thanks for your exhaustiness, Penny. Oh my god, he is the headmaster. That didn't faze him in the slightest. Even the general lost his smile halfway through. My pleasure, headmaster. Now, Mr. Cabidus, do you understand from Penny's story that you possess no memory or awareness of Remnant as a whole? You managed to get that out of that? Is this guy a wizard? Sadly correct. My memories are a mess. I remember what police is supposed to be, my name, random bits and pieces. Before meeting Miss Glinda, I had no idea you could snatch the people out of the air with riding crops. It's kinda cool. What is the last thing you remember? Darkness. I guess going to sleep? Next thing I know, I'm waking up in a crater, and then I met Penny. And he was in a sleepwear. And someone turned him into a makeshift projectile. Sounds preposterous. You seem to have a theory, James? He's not lying, or if he is, he's the best lie I've ever met. So, either the impact knocked the memories out of him, so to speak, or someone removed them. Wait, what? It does seem to be the most plausible explanation. I turn right and meet Penny's gaze. She seems to share my surprise and the question on the tip of my tongue. But why would anyone erase my memories, put me into a fake meter, and hurl me out of city? Also, how did they get it past the barrier? These are questions that need answers, indeed. But I don't see us getting to them in the course of the day. So, for the time being, I'd like the both of you to stay in Beacon. Stay at the school? Really? Both of them, Osman? Penny's the first bond Mr. Cabidus made after his awakening, James. If his memories here have actually been tampered with, I think it's important to give him as many anchors to the real world as possible, in preparation for when they'll go back to normal. Also, I understand you're worried about Penny's interactions. Beacon is certainly a more controlled environment than Vale, no? Granted, but unless there's something else you're not sharing with us, which may constitute an impediment, I don't see any reason why Miss Penny shouldn't be allowed to spend a semester at Beacon. I kind of butchered that, I'm sorry. Tension's so thick you can cut it with a knife, as they say. I don't understand. They seem to act friendly so far, but now it's like they're playing mind games with each other. That's because they are! After a few more seconds of staring contest, the general lowers his gaze and lets out a deep sigh. I guess there are none. Upon hearing those words, Penny lets out a huge gasp, bringing her hands to her mouth. General, really? As long as you behave. Of course. I will. I'll be good, General. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, General. If that's all, I guess I should inform Penny's father of the new arrangements. I'll also have one of my team inspect the location of the crash. No offense, Glinda. None taken, but I shall accompany you. Hi, Gary, how's it going? Yes, this is on Twitch, and yes, this is chat. I have it open, so if you hear me say random shit like that, that's why. What route am I making my primary one? I'm primarily going for a Ruby route, actually. I'm also, for this playthrough, going to be completely avoiding the Blake route. Because I know my friends, I know what happens on the second date, and I know that if I read that out loud, I literally will never hear the end of it for the end of my days, and I don't know if you're familiar with RAGELogin stuff. There's certainly a few in-jokes that I will never hear the end of as it stands. I don't want to add that to the list. Granted, it'd be funny as hell, but still. Let's get back to this. Thank you, Headmaster. 1,000 thanks. Don't thank me yet, children. I said I'd like you to stay at the school, but there are conditions. Conditions? Despite your particular situation, this is still an academy for huntsmen and huntresses. To stay at Beacon, you'll need to prove that you have the potential to stand at their side and learn. He's not serious, is he? Headmaster, while I have confidence in my abilities, I doubt this is a reasonable request for testament. He's not combat trained, he doesn't even know how to access his aura. Yeah, what's aura? Aura is an extension of the soul. All living things possess it, and huntsmen can use it to protect their bodies, heal their injuries, and power their weapons and sembiances. But that's beside the point. That's crazy! How am I supposed to keep up with people that can do that? We have a first year who managed to pass the entrance exam by only discovering aura in the exam itself, so now there's a precedent. Not a precedent, that's a miracle! And regarding the combat training, can we be certain of that at this moment in time? Oh, that's right. What? What's right? What is he talking about? I'll leave him in your hands then, Miss Paulinia. The amphitheater is currently free. I will have a room ready for you in the dormitories by the time you're finished. Finished? Finished with what exact? Thanks, Headmaster. The exam will take place on Sunday. Prepare yourself properly. What? Penny, where are we go? I can walk on my own! There's always a place at Beacon for people willing to walk the path, Mr. Kibidis. Also, Gary, while you're here, how's my voice and the audio in general coming through? I know there's some skipping, but that's not the stream's fault. That's, my computer struggling. Namely, my processor. Let me know how it's going. Also, is there anybody else in chat while I'm checking? No, just Gary. Okay. Fine for you? Okay, great. Different how? If you don't mind my asking. But hey, I got a viewer that's more than I usually get, so hey. I'm not complaining. But yeah, what were you expecting? Like, how is it different? Just wondering. But, you know, that's all good. Here we are! Penny's pretty much dragged me non-stop to the elevator, out of the tower, and through the school grounds, where, of course, I couldn't escape the gaze of a few students. Some pointed, others laughed, Minos. Oh, well. I get that a lot, don't worry about it, Gary. Some pointed, others laughed. It should be others, Minos. Others yet seemed almost sympathetic. The structure we're in is towering and seems to be able to accommodate hundreds of people at the same time, if not more. So I see, Penny, but I still don't understand what we're here for. To verify your combat training, of course. Oh my god, she's serious. Penny, I've never been in a fight in my entire life. That's according to your memories, right? Of course, what else? Oh. I have no memories. So, maybe I've just forgotten about it. So, there's a chance I could have been trained to fight? Positive. But if I forgot, what good does that do for me? Even if your brain is forgotten, there's a possibility that your body will still remember. That's why the headmaster asked me to accompany you here. For those curious, the technical term for that is called muscle memory. And it's a very real thing in case you don't know. Most people old enough to watch Twitch, according to the EULA, should know that. But just in case. The term is muscle memory. Combat training? Combat training. But first... What? So close. She suddenly got very close to me, keeping her eyes on me and connecting our foreheads. Her hands grasped my cheeks, making me flush in embarrassment. For it is in passing that we achieve immortality. I feel hot all of a sudden, like a blanket of warmth spreading from the point where our foreheads connect to go cover. That goes redundant. From the point where our foreheads connect to cover the entirety of my body. Is how that should read, Minos. Through this, we become a paragon of virtue and glory to rise above all, infinite in distance and unbound by death. I release your soul and by my shoulder protect thee. I feel the blanket seep into my flesh, traveling through pathways previously unknown to me all the way down to my core, and then... Penny lets me go, and the concentrated warmth of my body explodes, weaving outwards to my skin. I look at my hands. They're covered in a thin, translucent barrier of dark silver, which disappears in a few seconds. Penny, is this? I unlocked your aura using mine. I also recited an ancient oath that went with it, from a time when the process was used as a coming-of-age ritual. As the headmaster said, it will protect you and heal you. You have a finite quantity of it, though, so try not to rely on it too much. Dodging is important. Got it. And now? Now we spar. The feeling from when Penny put herself between me and Glinda is back, although this time it's kind of muted. Is it because she unlocked my aura, or is it because there's only going to be a spar? Be careful, Testament. I will tell you what I will do, but I will come at you seriously. Are you ready? Not at all, but... This may help me remember things about myself. I flex my legs, preparing myself to move. Nothing venture, nothing gain. How do you feel, Testament? Nervous, but not as much as I thought I'd be. Is this also because of R? R is an extension of your soul, after all, but your aura cover's not fully formed yet. So what do? You need to focus. By focusing, you can bring more of your aura to the surface and reform your cover. Try it now. I need to focus and replenish my aura. According to the gauge at the top, my aura cover is full already. But tutorial, so you know. I think it worked. Fantastic. Now let's see how sturdy it is, shall we? Come again? I'm going to attack you now, Testament. Defend yourself. Take the hit and let's see how much your aura cover depletes. Oh boy. I need to defend myself. Well done. I thought I was going to knock you to the ground for sure. Don't worry, you almost did. That it is redundant as well. Ouch. She only backhanded me in the shoulder, but I got pushed back for meters. Alright, this time see if you can dodge my attack instead of taking it. My eyes can follow her, but I don't know if I can be fast enough. Try and dodge. Yes, I did it! You have to pay attention when dodging. A successful dodge will let you avoid any damage, but a failed dodge will leave you open to the enemy attack. Worse than if you'd guarded against it. Also, if you choose to focus on enemy attacks, that also counts as a failed dodge. See, Gary, just a suggestion, spending a bit of time with Yang during the day should help you in the long run. Actually, that doesn't seem to work very much anymore, I'll be honest. With the new combat system, you're going to spend time focusing on the gym work. Which, after Ruby's second date thing, in her route, I'm going to be spending a lot. Actually, I'm going to go Ruby Weiss, and if I have time, Yang, which means I'm going to have to do that anyway. But once the routes are done for now anyway, I'm going to be focusing my time in the gym. And that is a much better help. You'll see why with the new combat system later, if you haven't seen it yet, Gary. Or for anyone else watching that, see the combat system. So I have to read my enemy and choose my options carefully. Got it. Alright, last lesson is of course attacking. Try and attack me, Testament. I usually use 7 as a username for this game. I'm used to it. Sorry. What? I can't attack you. I don't want to hurt you. Thanks. That's noble sentiment, but don't worry and come at me. If you say so. Now to attack Penny. Very well connected, Testament. There was force behind that swing. Those are the basics of this particular kind of battle, called duels. There's another way to fight, alone or in a group. Alone, on, that should be or, in a group, where more possibilities open up to you, like using items, your symbionts, but you won't be able to dodge on your own. In both cases, your enemies in battle won't have particular tells. Pay attention to these to decide what actions to take, and always keep an eye on your R, alright? Understood. Thanks, Penny. Ow! Thank God it's over. I'm the one who hit her, but my hand is numb. She's stronger than she looks. Well, that was a sufficient warm-up. Crap. Here I come, Testament. I'm 98% positive this isn't the first time you fought. Again. I pant on my hands and knees. Penny put me through an extensive training session. That's all for today then. You did great, Testament. R is so convenient. My body's already healing all of the sores and scrapes I got from training with Penny. I didn't warm up before starting, and yet I felt completely fine cramp and pull-wise. The Headmaster's hypothesis was correct. Your body has combat training. That's a pretty big hint. It means I was trained in a combat school, right? Or you were someone's apprentice. Either way, it should help us narrow down where to look for further information. It's a start. And I'll probably survive the test. I raise my head to the sky. It's sundown. We've been here for a while. Well, wanna go see what the room... What the room... Wait, well, wanna see what... Okay, that "the" right here is redundant. Yeah. Well, wanna see what room the Headmaster's prepared for us? Huh. Wait just a moment. What is it? Do you remember something? Yes, I remember that the Headmaster said he was going to have a room prepared for us. As in, one. For the both of us. So? What do you mean so? He wants us to stay in the same room. And? My jaw is currently threatened to dislocate. Penny, we're a boy and a girl. Doesn't the thought of sleeping in the same room, you know, bother you? Oh. He starts giggling like I just cracked the best joke in the world. Testament, you're so old-fashioned. Old-fashioned? Teams in dormitories and combat academies like Beacon are all co-ed. Have been for decades. You're telling me that they're allowing young teenagers of different genders to share the same living space. She nods. Okay. What else can you say to such a normal reaction, really? Let's go look for a room then. Probably a good idea. This academy's not only big, but also beautiful. Modern, but at the same time with an air of elegance to it, like a castle. I guess Ozpin's tower looking down from above helps giving it that feeling. Which I thought was the reason why Penny is constantly looking around, but with more attentive observance, it's clear she's looking for something. Or someone. Hey, Penny, what does your friend look like? Excuse me? I grin. Must have caught her by surprise. The friend you asked Miss Glinda about. Ruby, right? If you tell me what she looks like, I can help you look for her. She flushes in embarrassment at being caught, but then gives me a nod. Well, Ruby is shorter than me. She has silver eyes and dark hair with red highlights. Sounds peculiar. What else? Huh? Someone's approaching Penny from behind. Oh. Um, does she wear a red hood or something similar? Affirmative. How did you know? Wild guess. Does she have white skin? Indeed. When I first met her, I thought she had some kind of skin condition, but it was really just her natural pigment with some weird lighting. Don't you think it's a little excessive? Well, I suppose she's not that pale. Still, her clothes have colors that make her white tone that much more accentuated. Black and red, mostly. I'm sure she looks just fine. Gorgeous, even. I think she could benefit from a more variegated outfit. I have no idea what that word is. Gary, do you know? Anybody else watching this in the future, do you know? Menios, do you even know? Cause English is my first language. I don't fucking know what that word is. Nope, Gary doesn't know. Okay, well, if somebody in the future watching this knows. Variegated? Variegated, I'm gonna say. Varied. More varied outfit. Varied. I'll bet you that's what it means too. I'll bet you that's all that word means. It's just varied. Just say varied. Like the blue Power Ranger in the original series, Billy wasn't that obtuse. Come on. One of her teammates has a great fashion sense. I think she could take some suggestions about. No. I did not need a fashion advice from Weiss, and my comic skirt is awesome. Ruby! Ruby, I'm so happy to see you again. Happy too, but need air. I know the feeling, Ruby. Thankfully, Penny only continues for a few seconds more before releasing her. Ruby, I'm so happy to see you. They didn't go away for the break? Break's almost over anyway. I would have had to come back. More importantly, you! Me? The headmaster asked me to look for you to bring you to your room, and he told me that you're going to stay at Beacon. That's super duper awesome! Oh, right. Yes, Headmaster Osborne allowed us to stay here, provided we passed the exam, of course. We? Hi there! Looking like she had only just now remembered my presence, Ruby turns to me. I grin and raise my right hand in greeting. My name is Testament Dickabegus. Nice to meet you, Ruby. Huh? Why is she looking at me like that? By the way, this scene is awesome. I'm kind of spoiling it, but the scene is awesome. She's scrutinizing me from head to toe like a statue she needs to chip extra stone off of. That's not my face. Why is she getting in so close? She retreated, but she's still looking at me like, "You, mister!" Pam looks as surprised as me when Ruby suddenly thrusts her right index finger in my direction, stretching her whole arm to point at me. Which, considering I'm 5'10", is kind of a comical image. Yes? As Penny's first friend in Vale, and leader of Team Ruby, the coolest amalgam of future huntresses currently in Beacon, I have to inform you that I find you lacking as a future teammate. Lacking? Because you lack something that I need to see, to fully evaluate you. Also, maybe a bit curious. I got that, but what exactly am I lacking? Your weapon! You mean like Miss Glinda's riding crop? Yes, or like mine. It happens all in a swift second, and it shocks me much more than Miss Glinda's light construct, because how could something so small keep hidden something this big? Better yet, how can someone as small as Ruby carry around something this heavy? Ruby apparently loves my reaction if her grin's any indication. Did she make that scene just as a setup to this reveal? In all likelihood, yes. Her name is Crescent Rose, and she's the most beautiful thing in the world. She's a scythe/high power sniper rifle with extra mid-range rifle mode. Where did you even get something like this? Her grin widens as she plants the scythe into the ground and leans on it, smiling at the cat who ate the canary. Yes, Gary, this image is awesome. I may have win. Well, I know this girl. She's kind of awesome. Does not need fashion advice. And also happens to know how to build these babies. You built this! At your age! Ruby answers to grin harder. That's even possible. Penny watches on, amused by her friend's antics. Okay, your turn now. Show me yours. I don't have a weapon. Maybe you don't have a weapon. Even John had a weapon when he arrived. Ruby, Testament is... Penny goes off and looks at me as if to ask for my permission. I smile and nod. If she's Penny's friend, then she's also my friend, I decide. If Penny likes her, she can't be a bad person. No? And the headmaster didn't tell me not to tell no my situation anyway. He's what? You see, this morning. Insert exposition here. And that's the gist of it. Wow. You sure you didn't drop from the moon or something? Not really, I was just thrown from somewhere. That's more boring. Someone erased my brain, put me in a fake meteor, and hurled it at a city, and you call that boring. I said more boring. It's still very interesting. And kinda spooky, but all the best stories are. Shame you don't have a weapon, though. I didn't have any clothes on me when I arrived, let alone weapons. I mean, no normal clothes. I was in my sleepwear. Much just creepy. To put it lightly. We should probably provide you with a weapon, though. Wait, what? I must run an RPG Maker and made you. I left the image in the Discord. Oh. I don't think I look at anything like that, but that is very flattering. Thanks, Gary. I might, if you can get a bigger image of that, I might use that as my Twitch profile image from now on. Actually, that's pretty awesome. If he does that, then I'll use that as my Twitch thing from now on. That is actually awesome. I'm not gonna lie. No hunter should be without a weapon, both for survival and coolness factor. There are no hunters who fight barehanded, I guess? Never completely. My sister's a hand-to-hand combat specialist, but she has combat gloves. Without a weapon, it's real hard to use dust during fights. Oh, and dust is a mineral imbued with the power of the elements. You can use it raw, but it's pretty volatile like that. Ruby would know. So, weapons are bust? Cause no weapon, no dust. I like her already. Any idea where I could get a weapon, then? Sounds kind of important. I don't think you'll find weapons like Ruby's sight in any ordinary shop. Damn straight. So, what about you build it for me, Ruby? Huh? Ah? You are perfectly able to build a functional one, if your sight is any indication. Well, yeah, but... And I'm certain whatever you make will be more advanced and awe-inspiring than any commercially available weaponry that we may acquire from a shop. I butchered that too, I'm sorry. Can't deny that, no. Oh, she's playing her well. So what about I supply you with the materials and you build it? And you can choose a name. It's going to be a most awesome name. Great. We get it by the end of the week. Then, thanks Ruby. You're awesome. By the end of the week it shall... Wait a minute, that's in 2 days! Hook, line, and sinker. I'll get any materials tomorrow morning. I don't like working on a deadline. Sorry, Ruby. I'd very much like to mount an opposition, but you've made it clear that it's kind of vital for me to have a weapon. Sorry, Ruby. Anything I can do to help repay you, just ask. As long as it's not money. As long as it's not money. Oh, you'll help and repay me, alright, mister. 3 letters is a lot of cookies. 3 letters are a lot of cookies. Is are. I prefer is and is there instead of are, but either way is grammatically correct, so that's fine. I was looking at getting a part-time job or something once I pass this test. What kind of weapon do you even want, anyway? What kind of weapon? Yeah, sword, rifle, dagger. I need a basic shape to work off of. Speaking of Minos, I'd recommend having some kind of a list here. Like, having the player choose the kind of... I know you're going for a specific thing, like the main character is based off of a certain mythology character. And that... I don't know what mythology character he's based off of, but apparently he uses the weapon he uses for a reason. But I think since player choice is involved to some degree, I would like a sort of a gun mode, is what I'm saying. Or maybe even a gun blade. Like Final Fantasy VIII style. Give me a fucking Lionheart gunblade, you know? Probably asking for way too many crossover bits, but like a gunblade or like a sword that also has a gun in it, or like um you know a rifle with a bayonet the size of a freaking medieval lance. I don't know, like some player options here would be interesting, is what I'm saying. The weapon he gets is still pretty awesome, but I'm just saying it might be something for you to consider. Just my input. Hey, you okay there? I Penny, is she okay? Testament? What's wrong? Uh, a whip. A whip? But also a gauntlet? I don't know what. My head feels kind of light. Penny gently grabs my right arm, scrutinizing me in worry. Are you alright? Maybe you still need some rest? No, I'm fine. I just got lost in thought for an instant. Okay, but just in case we actually do need to make you lay down, I better show you your dorm room already. I agree. Penny, I can walk on my own. I'm fine. You sure? On a scale of 1 to 100, how would you rate your current discomfort? A whip and a gauntlet, Oh my god! This is going to be the best weapon ever! After Crescent Rush, of course. Well, here's a new pad. How do you like it? It's really nice, Ruby. Are all the team rooms in Beacon like this? Kind of, but every team is allowed a certain level of customization. They're also expected to take care of any unscheduled cleaning, particularly in the kitchen. Understood. Come on, Testament. Let's get you in bed. Penny, I swear I'm feeling fine. I don't need to... Oh, I think you do. Considering the amount of activity and excitement you've had today, you probably need a longer than average period of rest. Her grip of my arm doesn't relent. It seems I'm not getting out of this. I sit on the bed and only then does Penny seem satisfied. Alright then. Now you stay here while I get you something to eat, alright? The mess hall should be open by now, but I better accompany you since you're not a student yet. Many thanks, Ruby. I'll be back soon, okay? Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. Well then, I'm all alone now. I look around the room, finding it nicely furnished and with 4 single beds. I guess that's the standard team size at Beacon Academy. There's luggage piled to fit 2 of the beds. One of the suitcases is white, metallic looking, which I guess means it's penny stuff. It reminds me of the uniform the general guy was wearing. The other side is kind of peculiar. The suitcases are made of fabric, with an overall dark pink tone, but they're covered in patches of different and more often than not eye-burning colors. I mean, acid green and dark pink? Who does that? Then again, maybe Veil Fashion has different parameters than the nothing in my mind. I let myself fall on my back on the bed. Now that I'm alone, my mind has no concept about filling itself with questions and wonder. Who exactly am I? Is Testament even my real name? Why would someone do this to me? It seems way too elaborate for a personal vendetta. If whoever did this to me had a grudge, just removing all my memories would have been a much worse state to wake up in. Not even knowing how to say help me. And if all the places were to leave me, why Vale City? And why such a bold way? Gary, yeah, that's great. Honestly, I mean, it's not how I. Oh, yeah. You know what? I can work with that. Thank you kindly. In fact, click open original. Click save. Save. Okay. And yeah, that's great. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Wondering about this right now is useless. I turn on my side and close my eyes. I guess I'll take a little nap before the girls come back. Damn, this bed is comforting than I thought. I immediately fell asleep. Hard. Like a particularly tired brick. Although, that begs the question. Inconceivable! No fair, no fair, no fair. If this is so comfortable and I was so tired, mentally and physically, why am I waking up? Maybe I need to get closer? I'm so close already! Ah, that might have to do with the person currently moving around in my bed, disturbing my sleep. The voice is unfamiliar, so whoever it is, it's not Ruby or Penny. It's a complete stranger. A complete stranger in my bed, shuffling around. Yeah, that's enough to get my brain to execute the wake-up function. Yeah, that's a complete stranger indeed. Maybe it's because of his semblance? But I've never had any problems with those before. Purple hair and those eyes are double irises. Her close-up picture remind me of the suitcases near one of the beds. So, this is the other occupant of the room? Ah, this is useless. Let's try physical contact. Ooh. In a way, this is exciting. Discovering new uses and limitations of my semblance. Fun! What are you talking about? She's so focused on whatever she's doing that she hasn't noticed I woke up. Testament, how are you feeling? We brought you... Oh. Hi, Penny. Ruby. Oh, hi there! We didn't mean to interrupt. Ah, that's okay. I wasn't getting anywhere anyway. So, what's the semblance? I think it's stopping me from... Get away from Testament! Thanks, Penny. Thanks, Penny. Oh, you're awake. Then can I ask you directly... I said to get off him! Oh, wow. Never seen a flying tackle executed with such precision. Whoops! But the strange girl dodged easily, jumping off the bed while Penny landed on it, sitting between me and her like a mama bird protecting her cubs. So stingy. Who are you? What are you doing here? And what were you trying to do with Testament? Nothing bad. I was just observing him, but for some reason I failed, so I was trying to observe him harder. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. You're a roommate, right? Your clothes look like your bags. Yeah, it's actually the other way around, since I made the bags after I made the clothes, but yeah, smart guy. Name's Evelyn Damrot. Nice to meet you. By the way, I don't think Damrot's the correct pronunciation. It's like Damirot or something. Or... You know what? I'm going to look this up. Because he posted in a blog post on his blog, project-jpde.tumblr.com, Dumerat. Dumerat? Dumerat. I'm sticking to Damrot. I don't even care. I'm sorry, Minos, buddy. I'm sticking to Damrot. Name's Evelyn Damrot. Nice to meet you. You mean that not only are you going to sleep in the same room as the two of us, but you're also going to be placed in our team? Make a arrangement, not transitory. Transitory. Clever girl. Yes, that's the gist of it. I see. Penny gets off my bed and walks towards one of the others. Specifically the one parallel to mine on this opposite side of the room. Well, my bed is now king-sized. Aren't you cute being all jealous? Testament is currently very tired and vulnerable. Whatever you were trying to do, I won't let you take advantage of him. I wasn't doing anything bad, I swear. I just wanted to know more about my new roommate. And you couldn't have waited for me to wake up to ask? That's right, I could have. She missed the more obvious solution and went for the most extravagant and borderline creepy one of just doing something to me in my sleep. Oh joy, our roommate is weird. The ceiling is all moldy damarot. I see what you did there, Gary. No. So, I think Testament was supposed to eat dinner or something? Oh, right. I followed Penny's eyes to the door, where the tray of my food lay forgotten her earlier jump. Let me get that for you. No, I can, Penny seems torn between leaving me unguarded and going to take my food, but then decides to stay put, allowing Evelyn to collect it. Well, you seem all settled in, so I better go work on that weapon. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Ruby. Your next thanks better be in crumbly, scrumptious form, you hear me? Eh? What was that last part? I think she meant to use the word scrumptious. She wants to be paid in cookies? What a weirdo. What? Something on my face? I'm trying to keep a straight face through all this, and I just can't. This game is so awesome. The night's a bit long and thankfully uneventful. Penny's been watching Evelyn, and Evelyn's behaved the rest of the night, but the redheaded girl on guard mode eventually unnerved the eccentric tailor. So, this morning, following my suggestion, we reached an agreement. Fine, I promise. No. You have to say it out loud. I won't use my semblance on my teammates without asking first. Much appreciated, Evelyn. She sighs loudly, like you've just given up something really important to her, or a source of great amusement. Hard to see Evelyn's nose. Yeah, you're right, Gary, but that's pretty common in anime art style in general. And since this game does, trying to copy that, since Ruby is basically an American anime, that's just kind of a problem with, not really a problem, but it's like a quirk of that art style. Basically, if you want to see your nose, you have to rely on the CG images. Kind of strange, but I think it works, so whatever. Things you do for your teammates. So, now that we're all easy to each other, the exam's 2 days from now, right? Indeed. Which means I should go down to Vale and pick up the materials Ruby will need for your weapons testament. For your weapon testament. I don't know why I added an extra S there. Also, I'm way over the hour mark, but you know what? I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going until I finish with the prologue at least. Then I can just submit around. I'm from Mistral, but it's not the first time I've been in Beacon or Vale, so I can give them the lay of the land. I don't know. Come on, Penny. She promised to be good, no? And we should at least try trusting her if we're really going to be stuck together during the exam. Examine more. I promise to scream for help if something happens. We'll keep the open spaces with lots of people, and I'll write her name in blood on the asphalt if she hurts me. Penny? We're just joking. Yeah, it's not like you'd have time to... I slap one of my hands over her Evelyn's face and give her a small glare. I have to say shush. Okay, you can go. I stood from the table as she said that. I blinked and realized she hadn't had breakfast. Penny, what about your breakfast? Oh, don't worry. I'll eat something in town. I just thought I want to be at the pawn shop at the opening hour. I have to go to Ruby first and ask her what she needs, so... I see. Try and drink some water for that hiccup first, at least. I will. I'll see you later, then. Damn. My hiccups aren't like mine. Takes forever to... Ew! You licked me. You're keeping my hand over my mouth. You licked my hand. And it was delicious. I suddenly want Penny to come back. Well then, what do you want to see first? I guess I should familiarize myself with the school. What about we finish breakfast first? Gary asks, what character do you want most to appear in JPDE that's not yet added? Huh. That's actually a tricky one. I don't think I can think of any. Like, all the characters I'd want to see in the game are in the game. I mean, if I had to pick, I kind of want to see... It's still coming up, but the first Wednesday of the week, the first combat class, after your fight, well, public beatdown at the hands of Yang Xiaolong. Spoilers, Yang kicks your ass because the game is programmed that way. But after that, Good Witch announces a fight between Penny. Words! Numbnut! Use them! Glinda announces a fight between Penny and Cardin Winchester. I want to see Penny beat Cardin's ass. And then have it revealed she was toying with him the whole time, but also, like, just so blatantly beat him senseless in a spar. I want to see that. For that matter, having Team Cardinal in the game, like, maybe, like, doing some kind of, you know, redemption thing for them being complete utter dick biscuits in the first season. Maybe. Or, like, even just as, like, background characters occupying empty space somewhere. If I had to pick. Would like to see Weiss's mom or Summer as well. Weiss's mom, I don't think actually makes a visible appearance in the show. They ran the mom's poll ages ago. I didn't see that poll actually, so I wouldn't know. As for Summer Rose, something tells me we're not going to see her in game. In fact, I'm pretty sure we're not going to see Summer in game. Yeah, we got Madonna Arc instead of Summer or Mrs. Schnee. But what can you do? But hey, that scene where Madonna and Juan reunite again. One of the most hilarious things. Okay, we'll get there eventually. I'm wasting time. God, we're already through this so far. Okay, let's go then. Pick a place and I'll show you around. Let's go to classroom. Here's the classroom. We're gonna be spending a lot of time in here. Considering I know nothing about Remnant, that's a safe assumption. What do you mean you know nothing about Remnant? Crap. Forgot that we hadn't told Evelyn about my situation yet. And again, since we're going to have to be teammates... Oh, screw it. I she'll think I'm weird. See, the truth is... Insert exposition here. I had just enough time to say that too. And that's the gist of it. You don't remember anything except your name? And enough to be function as a normal member of society, but nothing about Remnant. Huh? Why are you staring at me so intensely? Evelyn? It's nothing. Anyway, you should probably try and not skip any lessons if your brain's that empty. Hey, it's not empty. It's just ill-informed. Still, fighting the main skill of a hunter, but without learning about the job in Remnant, you're gonna have a lot of trouble in the field. Or in social interactions. Imagine the level of conversation you can hold with someone who doesn't even know what the hell you're talking about. For example, yesterday Penny couldn't finish telling me about the Grim. I see. Well, want Evelyn sent you to teach you about it? Please. Grim are pretty much the natural enemy of humanity. Remnant doesn't have a lot of recorded history, but it seems that as long as humans have existed, so have the Grim. They have a few distinguishable traits. 1. They're made of shadows, with red eyes and a bone mask. 2. They only attack humans unless provoked. 3. They literally don't have a soul. So they can't use R? Yep. So far there's never been a record of something non-living or artificial generating R. They're still extremely tough customers though. Hence why hunters need to be the baddest, toughest mofos alive. I am butchering everything. I apologize to everybody. Is that so? I laughed nervously, not exactly feeling confident. Oh, come on. Have some faith in yourself. I bet that in a few weeks you're going to be kicking ass with the best of them. Maybe in the first year. Well, let's go. Wait, before that. Evelyn suddenly raises the rim of her top hat and sticks her left hand in it. When she pulls it out again, she's handing me an electronic device. Identical to the ones I've seen people use in Vale and Beacon. This is a scroll. I think it'll be a big help to keep track of all the new stuff. Is this your scroll? Nah, I got mine in my pocket. This is a spare one I, found. You always carry around spare scrolls in your top hat? Nope, so count yourself lucky. If you ever need to access your notes, you just have to tap the icon in the upper right corner of the screen. In fact, let's do that now. So, no new messages. Okay, we know that. This is an encyclopedia. It's kind of barren right now. List of contacts. I don't think that one works yet. And then statistics, which are going to be the most important thing. So battle stats. Everything's at 5 except for my R level being 1. Social skills. Combat experience, R experience, and Grim knowledge are all at 5. Dust knowledge is at 5. Cooking is at 0. Erudition is at 0, which is bullshit, I think, but erudition, reading comprehension. Basically, it's a reading skill, and it's at 0. Uh, so Gear says the beacon will blend into the background at night. Well, it is a temporary image, so hopefully the permanent image when they make one, when Bunny Void makes the permanent image for this screen, it'll stand out a bit more at night. Fishing knowledge at 0, that makes sense. Reading's at 0, that's bullshit. And relationships, I'm actually gonna ignore that one because that's kind of spoiling some of the characters in the game. Dorms. So, got the path back to the dorm memorized? I think so, yeah. This is just the first year's dorm, right? Right. What about the other years? Huh. Where are they indeed? Wait, you don't know? To be honest, I don't think I've seen any student that isn't a first year. And 3, 4 second year ones. But this academy has a 4-year curriculum, right? Yeah. I've never ever seen 3rd or 4th year students around here. But that sounds very unlikely. Almost impossible. This academy is supposed to house what amounts to pretty much a small army. How can you just not run and just not meet senior students? Oh, I'm sure they'll pop up some sooner or later. And if you prefer any students, you can come visit them here. I'll keep that in mind. Let's continue the tour then. Classroom, dorm, amphitheater. This is where me and Penny trained yesterday. From what I hear, it's one of the 2 most popular training spots in the school. Not a lot of places where you can go all out in Beacon. There's some sort bug where you can raise your reading skill over and over. Oh. I don't actually know about that one, but I'll keep that in mind. That actually sounds like a really neat trick. In so long as it stays in the game. Plenty of open space, makes sense. Ideal if you want to train with someone, if you manage to find it empty, that is. Huh? But this place is so big. You've only spotted Penny so far, so you don't know what a battle between hunters or against Grim can become. Yeah, but still, there's a school. How destructive can a training match between first-year students possibly be? We turn around towards the source of the noise. 2 students, both girls. One has a wild mane of long blonde hair and wears gauntlets from which eject explosive projectiles. The other has red hair of similar length, tied in a ponytail, and wields a shield and a spear they're made of cardboard. They move around the amphitheater in what can only be defined as a waltz of violence, and don't seem that aware of their surroundings unless they can give them a strategic advantage. An image for this scene? Yeah, that'd be cool. Exit left? Right behind you. Guess I'll stick around for that. Let's visit Osmond's office. Good morning, Mr. Cabidis. Evelyn. Hey, Headmaster. The Headmaster's office doesn't look too different from the previous day, except for the lack of assistant in general. Also, I just realized he always carries around some kind of cup. I wonder if it's tea or coffee he's drinking. Anything I can do for you? Not right now, Headmaster. Evelyn's showing me around the school. I want to become better acquainted with my teammate and stuff. That is a commendable idea. Especially considering that there'll probably be all that's between me and death or expulsion during the exam. And speaking of teammates... The Headmaster, is there going to be a 4th person joining us? Our apartment has 4 beds. Yes. Hopefully before the exam? Sadly, certain circumstances have come up. She will join the 3 of you on the day of the exam. She. Oh, it's another girl. Too bad. I want to observe for a bit before the exam. Evelyn, no. Just a little bit. She won't even notice. You promise not to. To my teammates. But upon just meeting her, she won't be my teammate yet. I have to do it before we say words to each other. Oh, believe me, there will be words if you act the way you acted with me or someone not half asleep. It's wonderful to see you already getting along. One of the most important bonds you'll make at Beacon is the one of your teammates. All hunters and huntresses remain tied to their teammates in one way or another after graduation. Huh? Told you to be stuck together a lot longer than just the exam. Hunters and huntresses are supposed to become paragons of strength, staunch pillars of support for Remnant, able to stand alone against the tides of darkness. But it's only when they come together that they can overcome their greatest adversaries. I guess that goes double for simple students? Precisely. Naturally. Thanks for the pep talk, Headmaster. Come on, Testament. You got a lot more school to see. If you ever need advice, my door's always open. Thank you, Headmaster. I just realized. He expects me to become a hunter, doesn't he? No! Really? Like... That one line just kind of makes the character look kind of a moron. It's only a school for training hunters. You think that might be what he wants? Maybe? Kinda? I don't know. Let's move on to the mess hall, where one of my other favorite... There's a lot of favorite scenes in this game, but this one... This feels like a waste of deviation. Learning where to get food is never a waste of time. But we've been here this morning. What else can I do here other than eat? Earn some money, bucko. Excuse me. I don't know if you'll have to pay tuition, since it seems like the headmaster's a particular interest in you. But you still need to pay Ruby for your weapon, right? And I bet you won't repay Penny too, somehow. Kind of. She said she just wanted a friend. But a good friend wouldn't let another's favor go unreturned. So to be a good friend, I must repay her. Or maybe buy her a gift? Students can earn some granola by working in the kitchens. So you get paid and you can work on your cooking skills. And for the record, that's the only way to get cooking skills. Good to know. I guess this wasn't a waste of deviation after all. Well, let's... Wait! Once again, Evelyn thrusts her hand up her hat and collects something out of it. A small plastic card. Not bigger than my thumb's fingernail. Just how much stuff does she have in that thing? What's this? It's a digital wallet. You need somewhere to stash your money, no? Lucky to dear God she didn't just find this lying around. Well, let's go now. Ellen reaches her hat on her head, taking carefully of one of her ears hanging out. Can I ask you something? Sure, shoot. Isn't it uncomfortable to wear those ears while also wearing a top hat? Wear my ears? Yeah? Oh my god. Do you think these are fake? What do you mean I think... No. She can't. She can't be serious. You're pulling my leg, aren't you? Come here. I like a CG of this scene, frankly. She comes closer and grabs on my right hand, and then she slowly brings it to exposed ear. Oh my god. My fingers come in contact with it. It does feel like real fur. So soft and velvety and warm too, like a living thing. Oh god, I just felt it twitch! See? Incredible! I keep rubbing my fingers on the edges and gently trace the leather-like skin on the inside. It's actually reminiscent of a feeling of rabbits here. That's enough, no? I find myself bringing also my left. I find myself bringing also my. The also and bringing here should be reversed. I find myself also bringing my left hand to the exotic appendage, rubbing my left palm on the fairy side to caress it softly. Hey, knock it off! My right hand slowly descends to the spot where the ear meets the scalp. Remembering that, I said knock it off! I start and stumble as I'm suddenly stuffed in the chest. Ellen jumps back and brings her hands to her ear, as if to try and hide it from me. Her face is scarlet and she looks back at me. She's breathing more heavily than before. It's a big idea, playing with someone's ear like that. Oh. Oh, right, I bet those are pretty sensitive. Sorry, I got carried away by the novelty and the softness, and... my ears are awesome, I know. I'm trying to get so carried away next time. Especially in public. Yeah, there's hardly anyone in the mess hall at this time, but those who are staring at us. Who are in here are staring at us. I will, sorry. Good. Let's go then. Hey, what the hell does she mean by next time? Well, let's not string around the school for now. Let's hit the town. It's almost lunchtime though. My treat. Oh, come on. I don't want to end up indebted to the whole school. Go to Main Street. This is Main Street. It runs all the way from the north end to the south end of Vale City. There's a lot of shops. There's one shop. If you need to buy anything common or just want to grab a bite to eat, Main Street is the place. Main Street is the place for you. More specialized shops are scattered through the city instead. To find them, you need to know where to look. There's also Market Street, but right now it's closed because of renovations. Ugh, probably redoing the pavement and substituting broken glass. I am so sorry. Other special scenes for doing stuff like characters like Weiss and Power. I've seen the Weiss scene before, and it's amazing. I was laughing my ass off for like an hour after that scene. Which we're not doing this playthrough, unfortunately. We're not going to be able to get that in time. Sadly. But okay, what I'll do is I'll make a separate save so that we can see that also on stream. Yeah, that sounds good. Still, Main Street is the best place for small shopping and to go on dates. If I ever find anyone willing to go on one, sure. Oh, come on, you're not that socially awkward. I could be, maybe I just forgot. Well, so far not giving me that vibe. And you're attractive enough. Are you always this blunt? Nah, just really can mess with people's heads. Consider me messed with. Roger. Let's continue the tour now. Yeah, Gary, you can do... I think, at this point, you can do up to 3 dates to the 3rd date. Which would actually get you 3 of the 4 Ruby girls that can go up to day 3. Yes, it can be done. Right now, Blake only goes up to date 2. Technically, they're not dates until the 3rd one, but, you know, that's semantics at that point. Speaking of, Dust Shop. You're starting to become a hunter. This is one place you got to know your way to. After a brief walk through Vale, Evelyn has brought me to a shop with various arrays of differently colored and sized crystals in this window display. Some as big as my fist, some as small as my thumb, others in the shape of bullets. From dusk till dawn. Vale's oldest dust shop and the only one that was allowed to keep its name after a Schnee merger. Currently finishing renovations. Dust. You mentioned it yesterday when we were talking about weapons, but what's a Schnee? That's two questions. What do you want me to talk about first? I'm gonna sneeze, please. Well, I mentioned a merger. What do you think that is? A merger is when two businesses become one, right? So it's not a SHNE, but the SHNE company? Biggest desk traders in all of Atlas and one of the most powerful organizations in Remnant. They own close to 75% of all operations concerning dust in Remnant. Extraction, refining, wholesale, retail. They got it all. It's a family business, and since the second generation came to power, they got into R&D too. They're so important. And powerful. But their business practices are not all entirely ethical. Typical. Power corrupts. And money is very powerful. So I guess it's better to not cross them? That's the most sensible thing to do, yeah. I'd cross them as much as I can. I should be surprised, but I'm not. Maybe it's related to something more than Evelyn's eccentricities? Moving on, can you tell me more about dust? Ruby said that it was some kind of powder imbued with part of the elements used to power up weapons. Yes and no. Yes, dust is a mineral only found in powder form in the wild that contains the power of one of the four elements: fire, water, lightning, wind. But it's not just used to power weapons. Most of Remnant's technology is based on dust in one way or another. The most common way to use it is to fight is bullets and crystals. You can also imbue your clothes with dust, but that was more common in the olden days. That sounds very versatile and cool. And very important. Hunters can do some pretty cool stuff with just R and sembiances, but it's how you use those and dust both that sets you high above the rest. And it also gives armor people a fighting chance. Not everyone is a student at a combat academy, but almost anyone can learn how to fire a gun. Thanks for your information, Evelyn. You're welcome. Oh. While we were talking, an old man has gotten out of the shop and is now sticking a flyer to the side of the door. Once that's over and done with, he opens the door of the shop and steps back inside. A closer look reveals that it's an ad offering a part-time position at the shop. Well, will you look at that? We found another prospective job. You think I could work here? But I don't know anything about using or handling dust. The flyer says no previous experience required, so the old man's probably willing to teach you about dust. If I pause using certain colors of text, I'm a bit nearsighted, so I'll have to focus on the text. Just a heads up. That actually makes sense. I'll definitely keep this place in mind once it opens. My custom order should have arrived. Hello, person with me later in the game. Doesn't seem to be much in this side street. It does remind me of the one with the dumpster where I hid while waiting for Penny, though. Keep it in mind anyway. This, my friend, is a shortcut to one of the must-know places in Vale. And that would be? It's not really to know. Way too green. I can tell you that it only opens at night. So she brought me here to dangle a damn carrot in front of my face. Tease. Speaking of carrots... So, I didn't get a chance to ask before, but what's the deal with the ears? Well, I thought it was obvious. They're cute, soft, and make me adorable. Okay, I get that. What I mean is, why do you have them? Because I'm a faunus, duh. Evelyn? At least beg me a little. Why do you want me to beg her all of a sudden? Faunus are just like humans, except they have some animal-related traits. Some have ears, some have claws, some have tails. Every single one of them can see in the dark. Gary? This message, I'm having difficulty comprehending. I think I get what you're saying, but if you could try that again, buddy. I'm not trying to be rude, I want to be clear about what it is you said. That's all. Haven't seen many around, though. Well, you haven't been in Vale that long, and Beacon is almost empty right now, remember? A Faunus not as numerous as humans, and most of them try to keep themselves scarce. I still prefer to live outside the Four Kingdoms. In the middle of Grim Country? Why is that? Because most humans are a bunch of racist assholes, and the last war we had in Remnant was about gathering up all the Faunus to find them on a fish-shaped island. That... You're actually serious? Yep. The island's called Menagerie, too. It was supposed to be a gift after the Great War, but not everyone fell for it. That's a dick move if I've ever heard of one. But why? I mean, are Faunus dangerous or something? No more than humans nowadays. When it was all rocks and loincloths, you might have had a slight advantage, but... Then, why? Long story. I have a theory or two, but we have a tour to get back to. Make a note in your scroll about it. Cubo knows me history lesson. You're actually making a note about it. Sounds important. What a good student. Elven Sensei is pleased. Glad you are? Hello, other person I'll meet later in the game. That's pretty much it for now. But as you keep meeting people and doing stuff, you'll probably discover new places on your own. Almost sundown. Want to do anything before going back to Beacon? Well, there's one thing. What did you say the name of this flavor was? Like Neapolitan. A delicious patchwork of strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate for the price of one flavor. Like, this is good indeed. I wonder if I've tried this before, but only forgotten about it. Lick. I just had a fun thought. Lick. What is it? Lick. If I already tried this but forgotten about it, I'm the only person alive who's experienced eating Neapolitan ice cream for the first time twice. Lick. So unfair. Also, you're able to joke about it after 2 days? Lick. I guess Penny finding me right off the bat dulled the shock. And you've been kinda helpful too. Lick. Only kind of? Lick. Okay, maybe a little more. Lick. Damn right! Lick. Speaking of Penny, I wonder where she is. Lick. She's probably helping Ruby with her weapon. Lick. Oh, right. Wonder how that's going. Lick. I can't believe I stayed up all night and all day working on this. But the ideas just kept coming and coming and coming. Thank God I started on Wednesday when Penny came by to ask me about the materials. I managed to sneak in a break while she went to town. Why am I doing this to myself? Ruby Rose, you should have just said no. I could have taken it easier. They don't need this thing till Sunday. Ooh, hey Ruby. Still working on that thing? Hey Yang. Yes I am. Like a moron. I'm almost done though. A little pushover. Is at least a good one? Of course it's a good one. I'm me, remember? And you're severely sleep deprived. You sure this thing isn't gonna blow up in some poor guy's face? Of course not! Well, 90% no. I see. Ah! Yang, let me down! Only on your bed, you damn whiz kid. Get some rest and then finish working on that weapon, okay? For the sake of both the user and keeping your record clean of accidental manslaughter. Well, look at this property damage preaching. That's different. I was in total control of my mental faculties and I trashed that club. Stop being proud of criminal charges. Will you stop being stubborn and get some sleep? Cheater. Blackmailer. I bet Penny doesn't have to put up with this kind of stuff. People forcing her to be a responsible sleeper. So you're positive you won't blow your cover or expose yourself? Yes, sir. I can properly simulate sleep, and eating won't be a problem either, right? Osman is now convinced you have special needs because of health issues, yes. Wonderful. I still think this is an unnecessary risk, Penny. Sir, I'm here to test myself as a fighter, but I think this is also a good occasion to test my level of integration of people. You developed the Altesian Knights 200 models to look more like humans, and to act more human-like, and to give people a greater sense of security. You both know how important it is. And Beacon is a more controlled environment than Vel City, as the Master said. I guess I'll have to live with that amount of risk, will I? Yes! My assertions convinced him. Assertations, sorry. My assertations convinced him. Sounds better than assertions, actually, so that's fine. My bad. What I'm wondering is if you're taking that risk into account yourself, Penny. What do you mean, sir? I've been on many battlefields, Penny, both with and without weapons, and I learned one lesson above all. People can be unexpectedly cruel to those who are different. My fellows corroborate that, yes? We had a war because some of us wanted to suppress individuality. Either because some thought of those with animal traits as lower than even animals. Unnatural. I'm afraid of how they would treat someone who wasn't born and yet lives. I respect your courage, Penny. I just hope you won't have to see the ugly side of people anytime soon. I will be careful. They'll never find out. They won't. Back safe and sound with all your blood inside your body. No mysterious writing is splattered over random malls of the city today. No siree. And all in all, I have to admit I had fun exploring with Evelyn. She's fun, full of energy, and surprisingly knowledgeable. Granted, anyone looks knowledgeable compared to me, but she's much smarter than what she may appear at first glance. So, wanna go see what Penny's been up to? Sounds good, huh? As I look towards the school, my sight falls upon a figure in a cloak standing in front of the main building's gate. She's petite and holding a briefcase in her hands. She raised her head as I lay my eyes on hers. Then she flexes. My eyes widen as I see her rushing at breakneck speed in her direction. Evelyn, watch out! What? On instinct, I grab on Evelyn's right shoulder and push her out of the way as the red shape comes barreling our way. My body freezes and I hold my arms crossed and extricate my body, ready to protect myself from a blow. But the blow never comes. Never! Instead, what I get is the briefcase thrust in front of my body, as if being presented with it. Hey, what's the big idea? Evelyn gets up off the ground and dusts off her clothes as she takes in the situation. You throw me... No, why are you running us like that, dude? I think it's a girl, Evelyn. The figure just keeps panning out of breath. I wish she'd lower the briefcase right so I could see... Wait, a red hood? Ruby? Never ever do something like this to me again. Oof! She suddenly shoves the briefcase in my arms and lets go. To take a better look at her, I realize her hair is a mess and she looks like she really needs a shower. And I fear she's asleep. All I can handle weird, juicy ideas kept me up all day too. I barely ate or went to the bathroom and Yang treated me like a baby. Well, if you're forgetting about eating or getting any rest, that's probably a little warranted. She put me up over her shoulder like a sack of potatoes and used common sense on me. Common sense! So? What do you mean, sir? Oh, right. You don't know Yang. Well, suffice to say I felt dumb and helpless and just a little bit grateful because I really needed my sleep, but still. Okay, got it. I won't ask you to build me another weapon ever again. Although technically it was Penny who asked, but I'm the direct beneficiary here. Cool. Now, I gotta gaze upon its perfection? Her gaze falls in the briefcase and mine and Evelyn's follow suit. My weapon is complete. You completed it in less than 24 hours? Yeah, I'm awesome. Open it. I want to see your face. There you go then. I feel my heart pulsating in my chest. The excitement I can't really explain permitting me as my hands go to the briefcase's metallic latch. I am fucking up all the words. I apologize. To everybody in the world. Ever. Once I pop open the latch, the briefcase opens easily, and inviting its contents the artificial light of the lampposts. Inside the briefcase is covered in red fabric, and inside rest twin silver plate gauntlets, and a long whip made of similar metal. The 2 gauntlets are shaped to cover up the forearms all the way from the elbow to the fingertips. The metal resting on a base of black leather, which only leaves the last 2 phalanges of each finger out in the open. The left gauntlet is resting upside down, revealing a stylized symbol on its palm with its main part in the shape of a keyhole. The metal on the right gauntlet, going from the waist to the elbow, has strange creases in it, similar to tracks. They're shaped like something is supposed to wrap around it. Oh. This is beautiful. Incredible. Awesome. Terrific. All that and the above. But how does that work? I'm glad you asked. Important things first. To use dust, you grab a crystal and crush it in your grip. After what? With R, you can do it like breathing, silly. Ah, right. So I crush it in my grip? Yes. If you crush it with the right gauntlet while the whip is still wrapped around it, or you just grab the stock after doing it, it becomes charged with the crystal's energy for a short period of time. So you get Ice Whip, Fire Whip, Shadow Whip, and so on. Nice. I can already picture the image in my head, vividly in detail. Whip slashing an enemy repeatedly, dozens of times in rapid succession, each small injury catching fire or freezing a part of the body. A little too vividly, maybe. The hell was that? Otherwise, the charge stays in the gauntlet until you transfer it to the whip, or SHWAM! You can shoot it out! How do you shoot something out of a gauntlet? From the palms, look! How do you get more dust, Gary? The dust shop. Go there in the afternoon before it's time to go to work, and the dust owner will actually sell you dust. Note, however, that each crystal is about 500 len each. It's very expensive, which I personally think needs to be adjusted a hell of a lot, because, I mean, dust is very important to a hunter or huntress, and I mean, dust should not be that expensive. In my opinion. I mean, granted, the combat system in this game is designed so you're going to focus more on combat than using dust, but still, like, knowing those prices just, no bueno. Okay. Ruby grabs the right gauntlet and turns it on its back, exposing 2 things. One is the hole for the stock of the whip, which would place it upside down and perpendicular to the gauntlet. To quickly extract the weapon, you'd have to pull it out in an arc. I guess it's the force user to be spectacular, huh? No details you want to expose is the identical keyhole symbol on a metallic palm. From here, you need to quick snap your fingers open. If you do it with the left gauntlet, you get rapid machine gun fire. If you do it for the right, you charge and shoot one big projectile. Boom! Yeah, Gary, it's like the way the current combat system is tooled, you don't need to use dust, like, ever. Although I find it helps cut some battles' time shorter, personally. But it's the idea behind the universe, you know, you want to, hunters and huntresses need dust. And it's too expensive. I guess I'll have to practice aiming, though. It's not your conventional gun, but nobody of mine will lack a gun mode. Oh, I see. Damn, you really thought of this through. Of course I did. Well, after I slept some. Good. I'll see now's the name, then. I already thought of one. Shouldn't he be the one to name it, since he's going to use it? My baby, my name. And Penny said I could. But Testament's the one who thought of the concept. I'm the one who created the term. Alright. It was a shared effort. What's the name you thought of, Ruby? I took a page out of the old school book for this one. Testament, may I introduce you to Jani Klosteros. Tros. I don't know if you roll that R, but I'm going to anyway. Jani Klostros. Old school? You went ancient vernacular. No one asked for your opinion, Cottontail. I'll have you know that my tail was ripped off a long time ago. What? She's just joking, Ruby. Also, I have the feeling that the event was supposed to be a cool moment. Well, thanks, Ruby. I love it, and I'll be sure to repay you. What? You're not going to try it? They're kind of in the middle of the school courtyard. And I wanted to show it to Penny first, actually. Yeah, I don't think she'd likely start swinging that thing around without her supervision. Let's go show her. And then tomorrow we can go try it out all together. All together? If you think I'm not going to be there for my baby's first day of school, you got anything coming. Oh. And here I thought it was just about stuff. Good stuff or bad stuff? Yes. That wasn't an answer. That was the best answer, actually. I forgot how long this prologue takes, holy crap. Hey Penny, we're back. Welcome back, Testament. Evelyn. Did I just imagine that, or did she have trouble there for a moment? And Ruby. I finished it. Finished it? You mean Testament's weapon? In record time, and if only slight forgetfulness about my well-being. You stayed up almost 24 hours straight. Oh, you have no idea what I did when I first started working on Crescent Rose. Oh, Ruby, I'm so sorry. Hey, it's alright. I liked working on it. I got to see a new side of Penny. A new side? I didn't think you had any to trick people. What? She tricked you? I know, right? I mean, I don't know Penny very well. But she does give the impression of being shrewd, you know? I didn't imagine it then. There's something bothering Penny, and whatever it is, this current line of discussion is making her even more uncomfortable. Alright, Testament. Time to be a distraction. Ow! God, that hurt. Thank God my arm's already hitting it, but damn it, this briefcase is heavier than it looks. Ow. Right in the foot. A little toe. Ellen inhales sharply through her teeth as I say that. Well, it's not really a little toe, to tell the truth, but it's more distracting to say so. My hobbling that sitting on one of the beds is totally real, though. Testament, are you injured? It's nothing too bad. The pain's already fading, and R will take care of it, right? Jeez, you're so clumsy. You're seriously hurt my baby, you know. I'm not clumsy, I was just distracted. Let me jump out of your grip while you were standing. That's beyond simple distraction. She's right. Why do I think they did it on purpose, you know? I doubt even you could find a reason for anyone to do that. Oh, I'm sure I'd given a few hours. I most certainly could. Off the top of my head, I am thinking of masochistic tendencies and... Hold that thought, thank you, not testing him! What's S&M? Glad you asked. Want to talk about it while I walk you back to your room? Wait, hey! Eh? What was that all about? I think Evelyn also noticed. That you hurt yourself on purpose because of me, and she wanted to give us some space. That's stupid. Why would I do that? Because you noticed I was getting increasingly uncomfortable as they talked about me? I guess I only fooled Ruby there, huh? Well, it's fine. I figured that whatever was troubling you was getting worse by them joking like that. I don't think they noticed. You were the first in the room, and the only one to see my expression. They probably just thought I didn't know how to react to their teasing. Which was only half truthful as a statement, I guess. Why am I adding extra words? What's wrong with you, Penny? Something happened when we were gone? She's staring at me very intensely, her right hand gripping softly on the fabric of her blouse. Testament, you're my friend, right? Yes, I'll always be. How can you make that kind of statement? We've only known each other for 2 days. Because I want to. You want to? Yes. That's... You can't... I can't be your friend? No, I mean, yes, you can be. But what if... If you discover something terrible about me? What if I do something bad? You plan to? No! There you have it. Do you really mean it? Oh, damn, she's so cute. And she is. Yes? You stuttered. 'Cause it's kind of embarrassing saying these things out loud. You weren't embarrassed before. You weren't smiling before. I was more focused on getting you to do that than realizing, what if I'm actually a different person than what I appear to be? What if I'm vastly different from any other person? Then I guess we'll be different together. I'm not exactly normal in myself. You're right, you are not. Just a great couple of weirdos. But seriously, Penny, I gathered all my courage and looked straight into those big emerald pools, which threatened to swallow me whole. Swallow me up in their tenderness. Why am I making up shit? Read the screen, Testament, damn it! Don't make shit up, read! Fucker. You're literally my best friend right now. And while we may have known each other for so little, you've already done so much for me. There's really nothing short of a total betrayal that can make me not think of you as my friend anymore. Then let's both make a promise. What promise? She holds out her right hand, pinky stretched out. I promise to never betray you or your trust. I stared at her for only a brief instant before smiling and holding out my own right hand, pinky going to grab at her own. And I promise to always be your friend. I don't know how this particular form of pledge continues. I never acquired information. Who cares? I know you mean it. And I mean it too, Penny. How are you liking your two prospective teammates, Miss Damrot? They're both very interesting. Testament in particular. I mean, Penny's the one scrumptious cookie too, but Testament... Come on, tell me! Tell you what. Why couldn't I observe him? I know you know. I think you overestimate my knowledge of what goes on in the world, Miss Damrot. No, I don't. Only thing you ever dropped the ball on was, so far, was Guardian Miss Equinox, or whatever her name is, and that was just for a couple minutes. You must have at least an idea. Meanie. I'm afraid I can't share that piece of information with you. Would it please you to get some about your last teammate instead? I think technically that's grammatically correct, but it reads weird to me. Just saying. I know you're trying to distract me, but damn if I'm not curious. Shoot. Like you, it's a person whose services I've used many times in the past. Oh, I love your little orphans. I feel an affinity already. It's a little more than just an affinity, since you've met before. Familiarity, then. Who's she? Who's she? Well, let's just say you met over dinner. You gray-haired asshole. Ruby? Yes? I never told you kick ass. Not today. Well, you do. When they left before the exam, which we obviously spent experimenting with Johnny. This thing is seriously cool. And considering the ease with which I took to using it, I must have used a whip before in the life I don't remember. Testament, try this distance next. But I need some serious practice with Johnny's gun mode. I already have a fire dust charged in the right gauntlet as I aim my fist in the direction of the dummy Penny's positioned. The creases sparkle with strange energy. With a snap of my fingers, I reveal my open palm. The inscribed symbol shines their stronger red light for a split second before the single energy volley leaves it, shoots forward, and makes short work of the dust particles around the point of impact. Oh, the dummy is actually slightly changed this time. Yay me. I groan upon my face. Ow. Gauntlet. Right. Okay, that's enough for today. Eh? I have so many disc crystals left. A whole stack of them. Which I won't allow you to waste on trying to make me master a skill that will in no way be decent enough by tomorrow morning. Gary asks if I'm playing a stream next week. I'm actually playing another one tomorrow. And I'm planning on making Saturday and Sunday this a weekly thing. Note, however, that the times are variable. I did it today at this time because I normally do podcasts at this time of day from 6:30 to 7:30 with the rest of RAGELogin. Whoever bothers showing up anyway. Usually it's just me and Warsong Deathmark. But, and then Sunday I usually have off. But the podcasts have been down because Warsong's computer went to shit. So I decided to do this instead. Today at this time. So I plan on making this weekly every Saturday and every Sunday. Because if I don't do it at least 2 times a week, I'm never going to get through even just 2.0, never mind the entire freaking game. So, I plan on doing this an hour. I've been doing this way more than an hour. In fact, I'm probably going to stop once Prologue 2 begins, and then do Prologue 2 and the beginning of the first week at Beacon on Sunday. Depending on how far I get. But yes, I definitely plan on doing this weekly, and Saturday and Sunday is the current plan. But I'll also stress that 1, times are going to be variable, and 2, even my doing those streams is subject to change because, well, to put it simply, shit happens. I'm going to try and stick to that schedule, but because shit happens, nothing's guaranteed. So that's that. Okay, I already read this line, yes. It's not a waste. You're my friend and I want to get better. Oh, concern it. I got her angry again. What I think Testament means is that you should probably keep that supply if you only have time to set up proper training. Actually, says Penny. What Penny said. We should start thinking about rest anyway. Okay. You. That's settled. What did I do to meet the 2 nice girls in Vale? Have I done some good in my life? Speaking of the 3rd girl in my life so far. Evelyn, we're done. As we turn to the other side of the amphitheater, we find Evelyn still doing the same thing she's been doing the entire day. Good. Stabbing a dummy with a small fork over and over again. A dummy which she's for some reason decorated with a blonde wig. Why a fork? Because it's dull, you twit. It'll hurt more. I imagine is where they're going with the reference. They don't say it, but I imagine that's what they're going for. Actually, it's for a different reason. We'll find out later. Actually, since Gary in the chat's probably played that far in the game, so he knows, but still. So, you coming dinner with us? In a little while. Seriously, why a fork? Is that her weapon or something? Evelyn? Are your weapons cutlery by any chance? Nope. I'm stumped. Or better if she's not training. I really don't want to know what or who she's stabbing in her mind. And why with a fork? Okay then. See you later. Yep. I'm stepping back very slowly as I grab the equally confused Penny and Ruby. How whatever funk she is in doesn't extend to things other than the dummy. We're almost there. It's less than 12 hours until the exam. I can't help but feel nervous, even with Penny and Evelyn by my side. I don't know what to expect from this. I don't know if I'm prepared enough. Hey Penny, do you know anything about the specific details of the exam? Not much. Ruby knows more, having gone through it herself, but she was told to not share such details with us. Of course not. Uh, Also, I don't think her knowledge would be 100% useful to us. Our exam is certainly going to be different from hers. Hmm. What do you mean? Well, the specifics change of the institution. All entrance exam for any academy of this level aims to pair people up as partners, mix couples into groups of 4, and test their ability to work together towards a common goal. In our case, though, we've already been put into a team. I can only hypothesize that our exam's focus will be on testing our skills as both individuals and as a team. Makes sense. And it does give us some hints as to what kind of exam it will be. It should be an exam that will test our aptitude as huntsmen, also how I work as a team. Considering that a teammate's job is to fight the creatures of Grimm, I can't... Wait, hang on. Also, how I work as a team. Considering that a huntsman's job is to fight the creatures of Grimm, I can't help but... I'm back. Evelyn, managed to unwind? Kind of. I'm not in the tolerant zone. Is there anything we can do to help? Not really, no. Nothing at all? What exactly is the problem? I'd like to tell you, but I can't. Not yet. Not yet? Well, then when? After the exam? That's a pretty specific timing. Wait. Evelyn, do you know something about the exam Penny and I don't? I do, and as much as I'd like to vent, it would be unfair. Unfair how? No, I can't tell you. Can you please change the subject? I don't really want to not talk about it. I guess being asked questions you can't answer can be mildly frustrating. It's okay, Evelyn. I appreciate that you want to tell us anyway. Thanks. I think you just get some sleep. You? Don't you mean we? Of course! We! To be completely functional as carbon-based biological beings, we should all go get some into rest mode. You should really take something for those hiccups. If it is something medical, is it just me or does she actually start hiccuping whenever she's embarrassed or nervous? It's not just you. Seems an excessive figure for first years. First years are 6 months of training behind them. The evaluation was supposed to be for that level of skill. It's still an exam that specifically aims to place them in danger. I wonder about that. Ospen? Like many things in life, danger is a relative concept. What is a dangerous endeavor for a first-year student would be a mere annoyance to a senior, and nothing to a seasoned huntsman. So this test you prepare to being a danger. I wonder about that. You have a lot of faith in this team. Faith has nothing to do with Glinda. It's knowledge. Miss Damrod has experience and skill under her belt. James didn't disclose much about Miss Polodinia, but his lack of opposition or worry about her being placed in a combat situation speaks volumes. Mr. D. Cabijis is a complete amateur, though. His R has been unlocked, and he's skilled with his weapon of choice. That's more than enough to survive with the help of his teammates. And the last member? Oh, her? She'd probably be able to clear this test on her own. Okay, so first things first. Let's go to space 7, right? Yeah, space 7, empty slot. I'm gonna save here. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. No, shut up. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I think this is a pretty good stopping point, and I've gone way over the hour mark. In fact, well over 2 hours. So to the one person that watched live, thank you, Gary, for watching live. I appreciate it, buddy. To anybody that watches this later, I know Minos King, the developer, is planning on watching this later. If you manage to watch this all the way through, man, Feedback's appreciated for what I'm doing. I plan on getting more feedback through this for the game that you're working on. Hopefully we can, help each other out that way. Um, Anybody that watches this in the future, appreciate you watching all the way through. I'll have links eventually. Actually, I think I've got a link on the Twitch page for RAGELogin's Patreon. If you like supporting that, don't forget to hit the follow button if you're interested in keeping up with this. Also, I'll try and have links in my Twitch page in the future for the RAGELogin blog, as well as links to where you can find our weekly podcasts, the POPPC, when those start up, as well as links to the YouTube channel and all that. I'll try and have links to everything at some point when I get unlazy about it. But yeah, if nothing else, hit the follow button. I'd really appreciate that. And tune in next time. I'll announce my next stream times and such on the Discord for JPDE, or Jade. I'm calling it Jade, I don't care. The Jade official Discord I'll post in the Jade discussion when I'm doing my next stream, and I'll have a refreshed link there as well. And I'll try and get Orsong to put links for the stream and times and everything like that for the other usual RAGELogin sources. So, all that being said, thank you for watching. This has been Testament Azimus. You guys have a safe night, and take care.